Hey y'all, it's your girl Mystic Blue Queen here. Sorry it's been a while since I've posted a video. I have been really busy with work, uh, and so I think it's just time to just post my next video. This video is going to be about when I first found out I was transgender and the experiences I've had through life and dealing with it. But I got a special guest here with me today. It's my boyfriend T Money. As everybody knows,
Hello.
he pops up in a lot of my videos, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do when you're
99.9% of
you
videos.
you do what you do when you love somebody. They just randomly pop up in your video. Oh, and I did something new. Um,
Since it's October.
like he was saying, since it's October, I don't know how many people actually know that October is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. About 5 years ago, my grandma had passed away from a very rare case of breast cancer. And I have actually, me and my family have come to a dedication of wearing or doing something pink all the way through the month of October. Um, I decided to do my hair last night in honor of that. And I actually really, really like it. It turned out well. Um, I started off with a pink nail, as you could tell. And that was my grandma's favorite color.
Excuse me.
But as I said, this video is going to be about my life as when I first found out I was transgender. So at about 5 years old, I knew around 5 or 6, I knew I was different, and I always just thought it was weird. But coming from a small town where I was born and raised, I was born in Keokuk, Iowa, and down there it's not common to see the LGBT community like it is here in the big state of Des Moines. Des Moines.
State.
You know what I mean.
Last time I checked, Des Moines is a city.
Okay, the big city of Des Moines. But I realized that I was different, and I didn't know what it was. I didn't realize it. I didn't realize about the LGBT community until I was in about middle school. Well, that's when I actually met one of my really good friends. His mom actually is a lesbian, so that's where I started learning more about who I really was, and that I knew I wasn't different. That I was actually something that's more common, and it's okay to be who I was. Um, so at about 15 or 16, I actually finally opened up to my family about being bi and being into men and women. And so I got the full experience of what it was like to actually have a family that accept me, even though I know there's a lot of people out there that their families don't accept who they are. And that's why I am the way I am, because I know what it's like to have a family that accepts you, but at the same time, I know what it's like to have a family that doesn't accept it. And that deals with my polyamory. And that's the biggest part of why I do what I do. And that's why I always create a family of my own. For anybody out there that feels like they have nobody or don't even have a family, that's not true.
And I think I figured out the whole point of her channel. It's just to motivate people in being who they want to be.
And to be able to realize that, yeah, the world sucks out there, but at the same time, we're still people. And
True
people
that.
still need people to be able to accept them.
True that.
Me as a person, I cannot judge. Because if I were to judge, I'd have to judge myself.
Debatable.
And
Just
I
kidding.
don't want to judge myself. Why would I want to do that? I want people to know that they always have somebody out there that they can talk to. You can always ask me any kind of question and I'd be willing to answer it. I'm always accepting new friends. I'm always accepting new people into my life. If you feel like you have nobody, that's not true. You have me. You have him. You have my husband that happens to be sleeping right now. And you have my
The
boyfriend.
unfortunate part about that video.
You have my boyfriend Tyler. You have a family. You have all of us. that's never gonna change. But to be transgender and being accepted by all of these lovely people and being able to work at an amazing place that accepts me for me is amazing. At about 20 years old, I finally realized that okay, so beginning. I was a drag queen for years and I went by Mercedes Ana Maria Rosalia. I chose the name because nobody actually can say it correctly, and trying to listen to my mom, it's kind of hilarious. She can't pronounce it at all.
Wait, how is it pronounced?
Mercedes Ana Maria Rosalia.
Mercedes Ana Maria Rosalina.
Rosalia.
Rosalia. I was close the first try.
So that kind of led me into where I am now. Mercedes came around in actually high school. The way I got her name was actually off of a hoodie I found, and I thought it was pretty cool.
Let me guess, it was a Mercedes hoodie.
It actually said Mercedes on the back of it, so...
Like I said, a Mercedes hoodie.
But she came around in high school, and to be honest, being Mercedes felt more right. And it gave me an escape of life, and to be able to be who I really am. Well, I started going to the gay bars, and I actually met my first transgender. And that's when I realized that being a transgender is a common thing. It's not something different. It's not something scary. And it's not something out of the normal. To be a transgender is amazing. Ever since I came out as transgender, felt this weight be lifted off my body so much that it's just amazing. Like, I never thought that I'd be able to be myself and be able to be comfortable with who I am. At 22 years old, I finally came out to my family, and I started off telling my mom that I was borderline transgender, and her exact response was, "What the hell is borderline transgender?" So after a few years of accepting it, she finally came around. Now I'm her daughter, and she loves it. My dad, his was a different experience with being his firstborn child and his firstborn legal son. That was a harder one for me to do because when I first told him I was gay, he sat me down and he's like, "There's a point in time in a man's life where they go through difficulties." I was like, "Oh no." I told my mom that in secret, and she told my dad. So yeah, we see where that went. But when I told my dad that I was transgender, it broke my heart in a good way, because the fact that when I told my dad, his response was, "You gotta do what you gotta do to make yourself happy." And he's like, "I'm gonna accept you no matter what." He's like, "I'm gonna be there for you no matter what." I seriously about lost it. I about cried. I almost bawled my eyes out because it was the scariest part of my life. I didn't know if it was gonna be a great ride home or a horrible, awkward moment of driving home. But when my dad said those words, it hit my heart so hard that...
In the good way.
Yeah, in the good way. Hearing those words, it's just knowing that you have a family that accepts you for who you are is very hard. And just every day waking up and looking like this now, to be able to go out in the world to be who I really was meant to be, is amazing.
And when I found out she was transgender, I was like, wait, what? I didn't believe it at first, because this is all I saw when I first met this beautiful woman. And then she showed me the pictures of her when she was male, and I'm like, whoa, this is you, and that was you. What the actual hell just happened? But then I can't judge her for what she's going through, because it's her life. I can't control that. She wants to be transgender. I'm allowing her to be transgender.
And this is why I love this man so much. My husband is the same way. He allows me to be me. My boyfriend Tyler is just a world. He's amazing. He is caring and he does anything to help me. These guys are my life. And back to being transgender. At the age of 28 was the beginning of my... Well, no, not even 28. The beginning of 28 was... Well, not the beginning. It was the end of 28.
Yeah, because you're now 29 and you're about ready to surpass your 1 year of being transgender.
Yeah. At the end of 28, the beginning of 29, being 29 years old, I finally took the step to start my life as Andrea Jean Brewer. And in the last year, I've finally opened up about everything to my family. I don't hide any more of my secrets. I finally came out of the closet completely. No more seeing last year's Christmas presents for me, honey. It is now seeing the future of next year's Christmas presents. I finally get to see the light. I don't have to hide in the dark. I'm who I am. I am a proud, transgendered, pansexual, polyamorous woman. And I am accepting of anybody that is different just like me. That are willing to accept who they really are and accept me for me. And just be the world. Be yourself. Don't be afraid. But when it comes to my when it comes to my 1 year, I'm doing a big celebration. That it's been a year and I've actually got to be myself. And holy crap, my boobs are getting huge.
Whoa.
Like, you don't even know. These things are scary big. Hey, quit shoving your finger down my bra.
Oh god, there's a demonetization
But,
right there.
Okay. That's all for now. Your girl Mystic Blue Queen is signing out with Mr. T Money. We will see you guys again later. Bye.
Well, we're gonna try to keep the 1 week videos. Keep the videos weekly.
Yeah, we'll go back to doing that like I was in the past. And like I said, and again, in honor of October National Breast Cancer Awareness, all you ladies out there that are fighting, keep the battle going. You've got this.
And I actually just found out I think I figured out your closeout. You know what time it is? It's morphing time. See you guys.
Peace out.